You know, Patty, I just remembered something. When we met Philip in the sheriff's office, he mentioned your mother. What sort of history does Melvin have with the Clarksons?
What do you mean? The Clarksons know everyone in town, and everyone in town knows the Clarksons. This is Le Carré. That's all there is to it.
You keep putting the name on there and just saying that's the reason. There has to be a reason.
Zach, something isn't right here. I just hope the Clarksons don't have anything to do with her mother's illness. That's all I'm concerned about. Either way, the truth will reveal itself to us eventually, just like it always has.
I slept for 2 days to get this fucking facial hair. Oh, good. Now the things are popping up. Sure, like, I don't get it. I guess because I didn't use concentration mode when I pick it up. I don't know. Hey, an anaconda skin.
Found it, Zach. An anaconda skin. And freshly shed from the looks of it.
Randomly.
Now let's get a move on before... What do you think God wants with something like this anyway?
Skin. He needs it for foreskin. We need 6? Oh, God. It's 3.
Hey, Zach. Remember this movie?
Oh, boy.
1997, directed by
Yeah, of
Luis
course.
Llosa.
Anaconda.
Anaconda. The movie where the famous John Voight goes crazy with a rifle. Jennifer Lopez. Eric Stoltz.
He's Jennifer Lopez.
Even Owen Wilson and Ice Cube were in it.
Jeez, what a cast.
Is that
How
an
could you
all-star
forget?
cast or what?
How could you forget?
The scene in the beginning where Danny Trejo climbs up a ladder with a pistol in one hand is a must-see. It stole my heart within the first 5 minutes. Okay, back to the real world. We're on an important mission right now, aren't we?
But after this, we gotta go watch Anaconda or whatever. Gotta go watch that movie. Medium quality cloth. I have bad memories of this park. I had to fight like a fucking ton of bees here.
Hey, Patty.
Hey, Patty. That's it, because I picked up an item. One more. There, we got it.
About 3 years ago, I met a man who had a pair of anaconda skin shoes. He said they were a trophy from a snake he hunted and skinned all by himself. Could you kill something and then wear its skin? I couldn't. No thanks. I failed to see any difference between that and a crazed murderer who carries pieces of his victims home with him.
Really like to talk about that, huh? Anyway, Patty, I done it.
Zach, I never knew that following oracles was such backbreaking work. I really needed this cigarette. I think I'm on the verge of losing my mind.
Oh, you're telling me.
Now we just need to find one pressed white Gora. He was very clear that it had to be pressed. Do they sell pressed flowers in stores here? I think I'm stumped, Zach. Perhaps we better go ask our well-informed concierge for help.
Yeah, only one person who knows. Ah, I see what he's whistling.
That melody always gets stuck in my head.
Yes, it's a devilish song, isn't it?
Just be quiet.
I like that one. Everyone's favorite song in Deadly Premonition. I guess I can turn this in after. This one actually gives you a quest marker.
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. to protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
Yeah, because we're Spider-Man. Go talk to our David. I need to talk to David, but which David? The David.
Okay, Zach. Let's go talk to our concierge. It'd be impossible for us to find a white Gora all on our own in such a vast area.
The fuck you want? It's like,
Welcome back, Mr. Morgan, sir.
Hello there, concierge. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
How may I help you, Mr. Morgan?
I'm in need of a pressed white Gora. Do you know of a store where I could find one?
The Lord hungers?
yes.
Correct.
Jolly good, sir. In that case, please ask our bellboy. His hobby is pressing flowers, so I'm sure he'll be able to assist you.
Oh, how convenient. Head over to the chef. My God. Hello, I'm looking for the bellboy. David, where the fuck's the bellboy?
Got a minute, chef?
What is it, mister? I got my hands full here.
Do you know where I might find a pressed white Gora?
Now, what did I tell you? I'm a professional chef. I don't flap my gums about any old thing. If you want to know about the town, you best ask our concierge.
I did. He told me to talk to the bellboy. The bellboy wasn't here right now. It's to talk to the chef. Oh, I didn't get to read that at all. Please speak to the bellboy if you happen to be in a hurry. Oh my God, they're just fucking with me. They did this all on purpose, you fucking assholes.
May I ask you a question?
Sure, boss. What's cracking?
I need to find a pressed white Gora.
You like flowers, boss?
Well, not exactly, but it's the will of God.
The Lord hungers, huh?
Excellent, David. Way to cut right to the chase. Do you know where I might find one?
Sorry, boss. We only have one white Gora bush in our garden. Yep.
What's the problem?
Well, yesterday I picked them all and pressed them, see?
That's perfect. Would you mind giving one to me?
Sorry, boss. No can do.
What do you mean?
I used all the pressed flowers I made to decorate a very special spot. See?
What spot?
The bedroom on the first floor.
The bathroom.
Yes, sirree.
Oh, God.
So, I don't have a single pressed flower left now.
Well then, I'll just go and grab one from the bathroom.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, boss. Taking a pressed flower from a bathroom into church? Ah, Jesus ain't gonna like that. Sorry, but it looks like you're all out of luck, boss.
Well, too fucking bad. He's gonna have to suck it up and stop being a pussy. You know, we were wondering what the fuck this was all about in this bathroom.
Zach. Deep South.
Sure. One hell of a bathroom.
The white Gora, also known as the whirling butterfly. They certainly look just as beautiful as one. Never thought I'd ever have to pick a flower from a bathroom and deliver it to a church. But he left us no choice. Did he, Zach? God himself commanded us to carry out this very act. Therefore, I'm simply doing as I'm told. My own, we never get to engage in adventures like these while living in the city, do we, Zach?
Nope.
No, the cases of the city are honestly quite boring. Who wants to fish through the garbage for a missing corpse's genitals?
I don't know, but I would love to see a third game in the city with the smoothest frame rate possible.
Or chase a stray bullet that got
Only when
lodged
we're out in
into a
the
moving
city is
taxi.
it so laggy and hard to
That's
move.
stupid. And usually, it's all just a formality so that we can accuse a criminal who's been obviously guilty since day one. If I have to search for something, I'd much rather search for something out here. It's just so much more dramatic. This is the countryside, and it's sensational. You know what I mean, don't you, Zach?
He's sitting in here and you just hear,
I need to go to the bathroom. Hurry the fuck up. I gotta shit. You start talking to yourself in there.
yes, we all have the epiphany of the God, Lord and Savior, when you're taking a shit.
What?
What? I exactly knew what he said and wanted me. He's like, you want to ride? I don't know why you need to make the bathroom so fucking fast. Oh man, what an adventure. This game is a hoot. Now we're kind of going to breeze through it, kind of, in a sense, because we're not going to focus on side missions like the first episode where we kind of took forever. We're kind of just focusing on the story. Not because I don't want to do the side missions, because most of them are kind of the same thing, and I don't care that deeply. I don't think, unless I like hit a wall where like talismans and all that shit really
How's
fuck
the
with me,
investigation coming?
because I don't have them.
That's what
But
I
I don't.
on,
I
get in,
think
get-
we could manage without all the extra shit. Plus, I'm just so interested in seeing like the interview part and all the stuff that I'm like, I just want to stick to the story. I don't want to take forever on this, and also, I'm just so intrigued in the story to see where it goes that like me spending like 2 hours to punch bees isn't all that exciting.
I sincerely hope this is the last of God's divine errands.
That makes two of us.
Heavenly. Truly heavenly.
He threw away all the spam, the red beans, and the spinach. I don't believe this. All this time, he was only after the cans?
Shh, be quiet, Agent York. He's doing holy work. Just be quiet and watch.
What a fragrant pressed flower. Thank you for this blessing, O Lord.
Yes, Zach. As fragrant as a urinal cake.
Shh. Behold, it is finished.
The fuck? Oh boy.
Our Lord is enraptured. Take this, my lambs, and let it serve you.
I have no fucking. He's on the chair.
Just take it, Agent York. Folks say Pastor Sanders' instruments have special powers.
Special powers?
Yes, it is the truth, my lost lambs.
Is this gonna help me
Have
play
faith.
Donkey Kong like
Lord
the
guides
bongo
me
game?
To create the perfect instrument for each citizen of our town.
Each instrument's effects differ by person, too.
You string a yam
In
to
your
this?
case,
What the fuck is
you
on
were
this?
blessed with 3 drums and a special flower. This is the will of the Lord. You must accept it and have faith. If you ever find yourself lost again, return to me at any time.
I don't know why the facial hair both makes me look like an
Patty,
evil
I'm
villain, but
curious.
also
Do you
stronger.
have an instrument too?
Huh? Me? Of course not. Why would I ever want one of those stupid things? I'm fine just watching you adults play your silly little games.
Zach, the pressed flower we took from the bathroom ended up coming straight back to us.
Special sacred instrument crafted. Each person's instrument is unique. What an instrument. It looks like a yam or something is fucking tied to it. Oh, what the fuck he put on the end of it. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. And anything, like some elevator music. Fuck. Like what I used to do in the old Dragon's Dogma time. Thank you.
Hey, Agent York, what's next?
Fear not, Patty. Our next stop is that stylish woman's house. Her name is Helena Doman, and apparently she lives in this town.
What? You want to go meet her?
You know her?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Everyone calls her Lena. Hey, how'd you figure out her name anyway? No one told you, right?
That's true. No one told me. Verbally. By pure chance, Zach and I happened to acquire this. We picked it up from the ground while the pastor was busy crying.
Ah.
Patty, this is a prescription for a female hormone medication,
Oh boy.
which means this person is undergoing hormone treatment. Understand? It's the Oracle. This is the ticket to the goddess that we were meant to find at the White Hall. I just remembered something that Melvin said to me in the holding cell. Professor R isn't exactly a normal woman, according to him.
Yeah.
Now it all makes sense, Patty. Lena Doman is the stylish woman we've been searching for. Professor R, in the flesh.
You know, Agent York, you might actually have some talent after all.
Nope, everything's just luck.
Yes, I'll be honest with you, Patty. Both Zach and I are extremely talented, so I hope you can trust us and continue working as our assistant.
That's all we needed. Quests updated. Let's go. Show off this +2 max speed skateboard. Do a little of this. Can't stop me now.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one. One lollipop? 2 lollipops? 3 lollipops? Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
Fucking frame me every time. Look at all the squirrels. They're just trying to pickpocket. A blue squirrel. God, there's so many squirrels in this part of the woods. That's what he's been humming. Well, I'll find a way in eventually. I'm here. Can I take your mailbox? I'm gonna take this. It's mine now. It's a medium quality bead, but it's mine.
The address on the prescription led us to this house.
Seems like she ain't home. No lights on either.
Not gonna stop me. Just kick the door open. Police search warrant.
Professor R's never home, you know.
Patty, why do you know so much about Professor R?
I also watched Professor R walking through a gated area down somewhere at one
I
point.
don't know that much, really.
But you're the first person in town who mentioned her name to me. You also knew about San Rouge, didn't you? And when I tried to ask you more about it back then, you gave me an evasive answer. You're my assistant, aren't you? If you are, then you need to tell me everything you know about this case.
Daddy don't like Lena. He said it's stupid for a man to want to turn into a woman.
Oh boy.
What?
And
What?
he told me I ain't supposed to talk about her. He said that if you knew someone like her was living here, Agent York, you'd start to hate this town.
Yikes.
That's ridiculous. Why would I ever hate this town? Because one of its inhabitants is transgender? Why in the world would that make a difference to me?
The other folks in town said the same thing as Daddy. They all know about Saint Rouge and Professor R, and about how she's waging war against the Clarksons. But they all say we ain't supposed to talk about it. So...
And here I'd assumed that ignorant way of thinking died out with the 20th century.
Yeah.
I guess I really am an outsider after all.
You know how pissed he is? Fuck that.
I thought that everyone was cooperating with my investigation. But it turns out they were all hiding key information from me. Damn it, Zach. This just made me hate the countryside for the first time in my entire life.
So fucking mad. Doesn't really look like...
I'm sorry for being so loud, Patricia. But just remember this. Person's birthplace, nature, race, and physical features have no bearing on their value as a human being. We're always free, and we should respect each other just the way we are. So you shouldn't feel a need to hate Lena for no reason, no matter what the people around you say. You can't let them control you. Sometimes things like common sense and decency can end up deeply hurting other people. I sincerely hope you don't forget that.
I'm your
Okay.
dad now.
I won't.
Oh, I gotta get into my deadly premonition lounging position.
But if Lena's committed a crime, that's a different story altogether.
Then we can fucking hate her.
She may be a social minority, but she's still free and capable of knowing the difference between right and wrong. Professor R, I sincerely hope she's smart enough to understand that.
Or a smart ass.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, God. I feel like I'm blacking out when this shit happens.
Listen to the two ends and drink dry the fire water.
Oh, God.
Do this and you will see the other world.
World, other. Holy fuck. What was in
Zach,
that
did you hear
cigarette?
It's another oracle. I assume this means we're getting closer to the truth. Well, this is good. We don't have any other big clues at the moment. What do you say we continue the skeletal gentleman's game? After I spent the 90s listening to nothing but punk rock, I fell out of touch with music.
Huh.
But the digital audio player I received last Christmas changed everything. Nowadays, people can walk around with thousands of songs in their pockets.
It's
You
freaking
following me
crazy.
here, Zach? That's
Yeah.
right. This oracle is connected to music.
You believe it? People can just carry music in their pockets.
The
It's
two
unheard of.
ends refer to neither periods nor a movie's credits. They refer to the last letter of the alphabet, Z. And what's a word that has two Z's in it? Jazz, of course.
Small mouth ass.
Remember, we're in Louisiana here. The firewater is even easier. It's alcohol. Let's go to that jazz bar and have a drink while we consider our next plan of action.
I was already there and I got so drunk. It's so obnoxious to walk around
Don't
when
worry.
you're drunk.
This is all part of our job, isn't it, Zach?
All right. Let's go get wasted.
Carré Tiger to DC Eagle. Carré Tiger to DC Eagle. Come in.
Melvin, can't you just go to bed?
Oh, Daddy.
DC Eagle here. Got any news for me?
Well, Mr. York, we got ourselves a bit of a problem here.
What sort of problem?
Looks like Daniel's gathered up a group of people to help him find Galina's killer on his own.
Oh, good.
If the Clarksons get serious, they'll probably put an end to this case before we even know what hit us. And it sure won't be wrapped up the way you want it to, Mr. York.
Yes, that certainly is a problem.
I'll go shoot him with rubber bullets.
Judging from Daniel's temperament, things are bound to get out of control. Melvin, I need to find Professor R as soon as possible.
Professor R?
That's right.
That ain't such a good idea.
I didn't ask for your personal opinion, Melvin. Especially if it comes from an antiquated, xenophobic way of thinking that's characteristic of rural towns.
Oof.
Whoa now, Mr. York. What's going on here? I didn't...
This conversation is over, Melvin. You need to figure out what the Clarksons are planning. Call me again as soon as you know.
Fucking shut him down.
Fine. Whatever you say.
Also, sorry, but would you mind coming to pick up Patricia? I would never think to take an innocent girl like her into an adult watering hole.
Yeah, you're right. CLG's still too young for that.
Let's call her Patty.
Wait, Daddy! Agent York! I'm going too. Don't leave me out of this.
No, Patricia. You signed a contract with me, remember? I promised to protect you from all the evil in our world.
That's not what it means.
Patty, you're smart. Shockingly so. But you're still a child. And there are certain things a child like you doesn't need to learn about yet. Just go home for today. Zach and I are both in agreement on this one.
Yeah, sure. I totally get a say in everything. Sticks to tongue out even though it was just blah, blah, blah.
I'm so glad you understand, Patty. Okay, Melvin, that's that. I'm leaving her here.
In front of Professor R's house.
The rest is in your hands.
Roger that. I'll take care of her, Mr. York.
Patty, I'm sorry I have to do this. I don't mean to abandon you. I hope you understand. This next stop feels dangerous.
It's okay, I get it. I'll go home early today and take care of Mama. I'm pretty busy too, you know.
Good. And do tell Melvin I said hi.
Hey, Agent York. About Professor R, is she really a bad person?
What do you mean?
I only ever got to talk to her once. Oh, is it okay to
Oh,
say
God.
her? How do I know what to call her?
Her is fine, Patty. Simply respect the gender that the person chose.
Yes, like me. I'm an it because I'm a helicopter.
Okay. She once got arrested for causing trouble with some of the Clarksons workers. They got drunk at her bar and went crazy or something. When she came into the sheriff's office, our eyes met just for a second. Then she said something to me. As you grow into an adult, you will witness a great deal. But you don't need to take it all in. Just stay focused on the beauty of our world. I didn't get what she meant. And because of what Daddy said, it kinda scared me. But now, I reckon I understand what she meant back then. Oh, sorry, Agent York. I shouldn't have gotten into all that when you're in such a hurry.
No, that was a very important story you shared with me just now. You really are the perfect assistant. Thank you, Patricia.
Then fucking Trisha shows up to help me deal with these freaking people questioning me in my really old age.
One lollipop?
Alright, let's
lollipops.
zoom over there.
3 lollipops. Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up. Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's
Yeah,
hardly any
and on the
trash or
grass.
graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place, for better or worse. It's a good example of how allowing certain people to rise to power can have positive effects as well. Also, don't you find that Southern people are remarkably friendly, even to total strangers? Both here and in New Orleans, I've been amazed at how cordial everyone is. Is it just the way things are down here? You certainly don't see that sort of thing in New York or D.C. They never stop to chit-chat, especially when ordering food.
Well, it's mostly
They
because
only say
everyone
what's
in New
necessary
York wants to
without
eat
any
pizza.
decoration. The customer only makes eye contact with the waiter about once every 3 times they interact.
Washington, I don't even
That's
know.
just how it is.
I
Isn't
don't
that
know.
right, Zach? The human relationships
eats.
here are as fluid as an inorganic mechanism running
We all
on
just
the
like to eat.
smoothest, purest oil there is.
Alright, I'm up here now. This isn't gonna be open.
Zach, it appears. Let's come back.
Forgot that it closed. Doesn't open until 5 p.m. Guess who's gotta go back to bed? Bam, 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 bum, 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 bum. Gotta go to sleep until it's 5 p.m. Cause fuck smoking and making myself hungry. Plus, if I just sleep here and I get hungry, I can just go right to the kitchen and eat as long as it's not closed. Plus, I gotta make use of this 100 and whatever 50 something, $128 fucking hotel fee. And 12. I think. My times are so fucked, so I'm like constantly counting it and checking to make sure I'm like close enough. Just need to be 5 or a little bit after 5. That's all I care about. My hunger is good. Dude's making a killing off the seafood platter.
What? You know?
Time. Gets me every time. Ah, the old loading screen. See how fun it is when it's just awkwardly quiet? I don't know what to talk about.
How's the investigation come?
Fucking sucks.
That's what, come on.
How's the investigation go? It fucking blows. What do you think? Stop questioning me. I'm the cop here. Say it better be open. Or I'll have to go through another loading screen of just awkward, no small talk, because I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know what to say. God damn it. It's still got to load, but seems like going into buildings a lot quicker than coming out of them. Sorry, here I met Mr. Underwear Man.
Look, Zach. That seat is beckoning us.
Oh yeah, that seat specifically.
Listen to the two ends and drink dry the fire water. Do this, and you will see the other world.
I just want to go on a crazed spree of
Ungen's
killing.
oracle pointed us to this bar, so we must have to do something here. But I feel like the fire water part is missing something.
Singularity inspection. The stage is quiet. No one was playing here tonight. I was hoping we'd run into Emma here, but it looks like that won't be happening. They certainly take good care of the stage. I couldn't call it this a rundown backwoods bar stage if I had a gun to my head. Today's recommended cocktails listed here in chalk. Xavier certainly knows his cocktails. Firewater doesn't seem to be listed here, though. We'll have to find our revelations somewhere else. Look at the flyer for the jazz concert. They actually make flyers for weekly concerts? Tyrone Sanders and his saintly melodies, the speed witch, and kicks like a V12 engine. And the young genius Emma Sanders with bass line that'll flip you upside down. And a man who truly born to perform, Xavier Johnson, in his solitary white garment. Solitary? White garment? What does that have to do with music? Not many people here tonight. It's usually a bit more lively. That is a bad omen, or this is. The Oracle Guide is here to search for our next clue. How do we know the Oracle wants to lead us towards the light? Maybe it's actually a devil, slowly luring us to the mouth of hell. We might be able to find something in the backyard. If this was a normal case, that is. But common sense doesn't apply to this case. It doesn't adhere to that brand of logic. The Oracle led me to this seat, and this is where the answer lies. Is that good drank?
Zach, do you see that? It's a gigantic go sign.
Holy shit.
I think someone's trying to send us a very powerful message here. That settles it. This must be a singularity.
Hello
Beautiful
there.
lipstick. The color red suits you.
Thank you. Red is the color of life. No human who knows the joy of life would ever hate this color. Or would they?
Sometimes. Lena Dalman. Or Professor R.
Maybe. Maybe not. But I know of a drug with a red color that certainly doesn't signify life. It sometimes even steals the lives of those who drown themselves in it. Catch my drift?
Before a candle's flame burns out, it burns brighter
Even
than
I
ever
have
before,
strong blue eyes,
blazing
but
like
holy
a
cow.
shining red star. Don't you think that instant is more valuable than a century of smoldering?
That blaze doesn't cast out the darkness. It only emphasizes it. But where are my manners? I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Let me get straight to the point. You were present when Lise Clarkson was murdered. And you were also involved with Galena Clarkson's death. Correct?
Agent Morgan, are you a man who can hold his liquor?
Fuck no.
I'd love some firewater.
We're similar, you and I.
Really? I don't see the resemblance.
Well, you should. Look deeper. Think about who you were when you were first born, and who you are now. Different selves exist
Oh my
inside
god,
your
just
body.
mix it already. Holy fuck.
Are you talking about Zach?
It's not okay. Not really a strong grip on that glass. You could have dropped that.
I was born as a man, but in my heart, I wasn't so.
Nothing wrong with that.
And this is a small town. I experienced far more scorn and discrimination than anyone could ever imagine. Especially from my father. Parents are supposed to raise their children with love. That's the norm, right?
Guess so.
Not for me. I was raised by my father's flesh-seething hatred.
So you ran away from home, started making drugs, then seduced a young life and destroyed it? That story makes no sense to me. Think about it. They didn't burn you in a witch hunt, nor did they ever try to take your life. Yet here you are, letting your selfish fantasies drive you to torch the entire town with vengeful fire. Why did you abandon your inheritance only to end up in a place like this? What do you hope to achieve?
X.
You've already figured out that much. Leonard doesn't exist anymore. He disappeared from me a long time ago. All that's
Drunk
left
already?
now is the red soul.
It's swerving.
The Red Soul?
The red soul gives me strength and courage. And I vowed to use that strength to change this world.
It went dark because I hadn't touched the controller.
The red soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the holy red powder. So that everyone can enjoy its divine benefits.
You're falling?
That's ridiculous.
Our world is home to scarier monsters than
Either I'm
violence
shrinking
and
or I'm falling.
prejudice.
Ugh. Zach.
Someday, even your best friend will abandon you.
No. Never.
And in the end, you'll be all alone.
Zach and I will always be together. Ugh.